So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister NEZE, and this is NEZE Peperempe. Alright guys, so straight into the video. Welcome to the second leg of this discussion. This very important discussion that affects many of us, whether you're a parent already, or you're aspiring to be a parent, or you're a grandparent, or you have nieces and nephews. It takes all of us, right? So in the previous video, I highlighted stuff that our parents during their time of parenting failed to implement that I am now being deliberate about implementing in my own parenting. Today's video is going to be the reverse of that video. In today's video, I'm going to be highlighting those very important and wonderful things that our parents did while parenting that I am still retaining and we should all retain. Well, you don't all have to do it, that I am retaining and I believe that is best to retain. Our parents didn't do entirely badly when it comes to parenting. I mean, look at us. We are products of their parenting and we are thriving. We are doing well. We are good members of society. So we cannot entirely fault them and say, oh, their parenting technique was altogether whack. No. Their technique came with plenty of survival instincts, discipline, responsibility, family values, and core human values. So it was wonderful. And I am a blend of modern and traditional. I don't know whether you have the impression that I'm entirely modern. Well, I have the modern part and I still have a very traditional part of me. I believe that this mixture of modern and traditional girl makes me and forms me into this well-rounded woman, such that yes, I want to be progressive, I have an open mind, I love to learn new things, but I still hold on to some core values that sets me aside, that identifies me as a proper Igbo girl. And that's that. So let us dive right into this video. The first thing that our parents did, the first technique, the first parenting style that I implemented that I do not see a lot of parents implementing again is the ask before taking. Now, I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm not the ideal blueprint for parenting, but I'm still at liberty to share what shocked me, all right? So I've observed that these days, I don't know whether it's just here in the West or Nigerian parents in the West, but these days, children are at liberty to just take anything, okay? There's no control. A child can just be bored. I'm talking about a young child, not even late teens or young adults. A young child of say maybe 11, 9 can just wake up from the room, go to the pantry, just pick popcorn, get some ice cream, go and warm some meat and chicken and just eat, and the parents will be around. They can ask, okay, that is cool. I'm not criticizing it, but for me and my household, we do not do that over here. That is one of the technique of my mother that I am implementing in the house. And that is not by chance to say that I'm trying to over control the children or trying to create a scarcity mentality. No, there's nothing like scarcity. The children are well taken care of, but there is an order of things in the house, okay? If you want something, there is that respect, there is that need that you ask your parents for it, okay? So if you want more food, you don't just jump into my kitchen and just take what you want. If you want snacks, you don't just jump into the pantry and take what you want. You ask mommy or you ask daddy. And most times we say yes, but it's good that they know that the whole world is not at their feet. There has to be some regulation. That's my belief. I remember growing up back then, there was this Muslim family that used to bring us lots of food during Salah, and during Easter and Christmas, we also return and give them food. Beautiful practice. Some Sundays, my parents would have gone for village meeting and they would not be around. And Alhaji and Alhaja would bring us lots of Yoruba, because they're Yoruba Muslims, lots of Yoruba party jollof rice with ram, better meats, big cola. And we'll be hungry, yeah? We will be craving that food, but we cannot test it. We could not eat it until our parents came back and we showed them, mommy, see what Alhaji brought, and mommy will vet it and say, okay, go ahead and eat. There is no time that she had ever come back and said, don't eat it. It was a normal practice for us growing up. She always says eat. But notwithstanding, We couldn't just override her authorization and just start taking things. And I believe that's good training. It also helps in discipline. It helps to enforce discipline on the children. How do you control or punish? I don't want to use the word punish a child. How do you make a child feel remorse for bad conduct when the child is at liberty to enjoy non-necessities in the house? I'm not saying starve your child, but popcorn and ice cream is not a necessary food for survival. It's not a necessity. It is a frill. It is a luxury. It is indulgence. So if a child behaved badly, for example, and you want to take something, maybe you want to take their screen time, or you want to take the indulgence of these things, but you have already given that child free hands to just bounce around instead of apologizing or feeling remorse, just ignore the parents and just go and take whatever they want. I don't believe it's good training. That's me. So in my home, it is a given that before you take things, you must ask your parents first. If you want some juice box, ask mommy. You want to eat this? Ask mommy or daddy. That was how my parents raised me, and that's how I'm raising my children. Secondly, the second parenting style that my parents or our parents, many parents did that back then, adopted, that I have also adopted because I think that it's a good idea, is the no different food for different people policy. And that's on caps lock, period. So there's some homes that one child will be eating rice. The other child will say, Mommy, I don't want rice, I want yam. They will make yam for the second one. The third one will say, I don't want rice, I don't want yam, I want bread and tea. They'll call the house help. Bola, make indomie for this one. So on the dining table, 4 children are eating 4 things. Okay, that's cool. That's your style. But in my home, that cannot happen. I'm sorry. You eat what has been cooked for the house. You eat what has been provided for the house. I'm not going to raise sons that tomorrow there will be a problem to their wives. And I keep saying this. I'll pray that God blesses them with good wives. But as I'm praying, calling on God now to bless their homes, even as their children, I've started praying for their homes. I will do my part by making them good people too, so they can attract good people, inshallah. Tomorrow, when such a son, a person that you've raised like that gets married, the wife will cook this one, he'll reject it. The wife will cook that one, he'll reject it. He will become a headache to somebody else. Why? Because that is how the mother raised them. My mother didn't raise us like that. Except there is good reason. Maybe you have allergy or there is like resistance. Like my son, whenever he eats eban soup, he throws up. This is started as a joke. I thought it was like maybe draw soup that's triggering that. So I stopped. I tried other soup. I left okra and ogbolo. I tried egusi. I tried afang. I tried different kinds of soup, but it was constant because he kept on saying, Mommy, I said, try. He will eat it and the same result. So when I saw that his body, his system does not accept that particular food, then when I'm giving the brothers eban soup, I'll tell him, go and make indomie or go and make something else for yourself. It's not like I'm going to start cooking a second thing. That will be his responsibility to arrange for himself, right? So I don't believe it's good training that when a mother cooks for the house, instead of you to teach your children gratitude and acceptance, to take whatever their mother has prepared for the day, you start making the children select, eating different things. One pot is cooking this one here, the other one is cooking this one here, the other one is no, please. That does not happen with me. The children take whatever I cook. If you have a special craving, you tell me, oh mommy, I would like to eat that your jollof rice. That day I'll cook it. Everybody would eat that jollof rice. So I think I really like that method, and I have adopted it, and I think it's helping. Thirdly, salutations. Growing up, our parents, like in my house, we say yes ma to my mom or my dad, yes sir, or yes dad, yes daddy. But you cannot just say yeah, yes, yap, like what I see today. I see some children, their parents will call on them, they answer their parents yap, yup, yeah. No. When we came here, one of my children wanted to tell me yap. I say, yeah, Gini, don't use yap on me, my darling. Don't try it, please. You might think it's a small thing. It's not like I care for all those excessive respects. Even people, I don't like people, maybe people I'm working with calling me madam or ma, or I prefer people to just call me NEZE. But for my children, I am insisting on that because there are advantages of that. For them to understand that there is a level of respect that you should have for your parents, for elders. Because even my mother, their grandma, they don't just answer yes. If their grandma calls them yes, no, they use their yes ma or yes grandma, and I insist on it. It has become a part of them. Let me give you an example. Maybe you're trying to correct your teenager, 18 years, and they're defiant. You know, at that age, there can be something else. When they are big, you cannot easily just spank them how you can spank them when they're little. If you try to spank them at that 16, 17, by the time they block you like this, your fingers, you use aboniki balm to massage yourself for 2 days. By the time they block you like this. So you cannot just spank them anyhow or scold them anyhow again at a certain age, but it is the foundation, the discipline that you have set out for them at young age that would carry them, that even when they have gotten to that age, it's already inborn, it's already inbuilt, it's already a part of them. So just imagine you are correcting your teenage daughter or teenage son, and you haven't taught that child to address you properly. And you say, Nkechi, I'm talking to you, go and put that water on fire. The kind of vibes, the aura, the environment that it would create when that child says yes, and when that child says yes ma or yes mommy, there is already a tone of respect. So when you are addressing someone with that proper salutation, there is a level of disregard, there's a level of tone of voice, there's a level of conduct that you can display when you're addressing that person as yes ma or yes mom. It just tones it down a bit. Take a look at it. Did you take out that trash? Yes. Did you take out that trash? Yeah. Did you take out that trash? Yeah. When that child is being naughty. Or did you take out that trash? Yes, mom. Did you take out that trash? Yes, ma. Did you take out that trash? Yes, ma. Did you take out that trash? Yes, mommy. It's different. So I'm not gonna do I wanna gonna with the children and say, oh, because we're in Canada, ayopi mommy, ayopi papi, you don't know the meaning of respect again, you don't know the difference between answering your peers and answering your parents. No. There's that distinction in the home. We insist that the children use those proper salutations when they are addressing us. Fourthly, discipline and responsibility. Now, disciplining a child or instilling discipline in children does not just mean hitting them anyhow or shouting at them, making the house hot, making them uncomfortable. No. Our parents instilled discipline in us. They may have had their style, but what I'm picking is the idea of discipline, not really the style or mode of instilling discipline. Discipline and responsibility that our parents instilled in us is what is responsible for how we are so tough, so rugged. Even those ajebotas of those days, how they're able to survive. Because even as an ajebota in those days, you are still instilled with some kind of discipline. There's some expectations that your family has of you that you cannot even, it's not deniable. Even if it's not spelled out, it's just there. You know that you cannot mess up. And it's that discipline now that is pushing us to follow life with strength, with contentment, with gratitude, being able to adapt anywhere and everywhere. It is those core that our parents formed in us. And I am up for it 100% in my parenting style. So, as I mentioned, I'm the very friendly and playful and jovial parent, but my children know that I am very disciplined. There are different ways to instill discipline. I can't even begin to name examples. For example, one example, consequence for behavior, taking responsibility for actions. These are ways to enforce discipline. Let me give you an example. Prior to this session, this school session, it was heavily dependent on my husband and I to ensure that the children are ready in the morning and meet up with the boss schedule. So we will be the ones to wake them up to ensure that they've done their morning chores, laid their beds, put plates in the dishwasher, those light chores in the morning, get ready, comb their hair, clean their shoes, pack their lunch. We'll keep following up on them, checking the time. Say the time, oh, it is 10 minutes to go. Your boss will soon be here. Oh yeah, come, run. The tension it was giving us was so severe that when they go out, the house suddenly feels like I always have to do I need like 5 minutes to catch my breath because the kind of heat and tension that they have given me, I need to catch my breath. Sometimes I'll just sit down like this for 1 minute and breathe in, breathe out. My head will be popping. So I told myself, not again. Chinemerem, when I was your age, I was in secondary school, in boarding house, fending for myself. Nobody was telling me to clean my shoes or iron my clothes. You should have been in that boarding house. There were people of your age that were there. So you are going to learn discipline. You are going to learn consistency. You are going to learn taking responsibility. So I told them, no more reminders. You wake up late. If you like, drag your feet. I'm not going to tell you it's time, 7 o'clock, come and eat. No, by the time you do it, do whatever you want to do. If it is time to leave the house, I will cross-check. If your hair is not combed, your shoe is not cleaned, you haven't done your chores, the house is dirty, I'll just lock my door and you stay back. And that staying back does not mean relaxing on your bed. That staying back does not mean watching television. As you're staying back, I am mixing my soap and my mop. My dear, it go red. You will clean from morning till night. So miss your boss. I told them this. Come and see the children taking responsibility for themselves. On that particular day, as they were trying to get themselves ready, I was mixing my soap water. I got my detergent, my spray, all my equipment. As they were doing, I didn't talk to them. I was gathering my equipment. They were watching me and say, this woman don't mean also. dear brothers and sisters, before God and man, that was the last day that I had to chase them or tell them what to do. I put being disciplined and responsible in their own hands, their own fate. Let them decide their fate. That was when I knew that children know what they are doing. Come and see these children. As this one is arranging, the other one is saying, go and clean that place. And they're always on time. They have never missed their boss because they're not looking forward to, they know me when it comes to cleaning. They know it's not going to be a good experience, So they now took responsibility. That's one way I taught them how to be responsible in the morning. That's an example. There's so many examples in the house, in my home, that I used to drive this discipline, being responsible, and all of that in the lives of the children. So it's our job to do that. 5, respect for elders. This woke generation, a lot of people believe that respect is earned. If you respect me, I respect you. Yes, to some extent. But I still believe that children should be taught respect, not just for themselves, respecting themselves, but respecting older people. They should be able to know that this person is older than me. I should respect them. I'm not saying that they should be taught how to open their eyes and let people put their fingers into their eyes. No. But growing up, it was not negotiable that you have to respect those that are older than you. Even your siblings in the house. If you have an elder sister that is older than you, we're made to call our elder siblings auntie, uncle, sister, brother, just to show that sign of respect. While I agree that that may not be obtainable in the present day, but I still believe that we should teach the children respect. Another example, remember, I'm relaying my examples, my real life to you, my experiences, what I'm doing. The lady that comes to clean my house, she was doing her work one day and we're gisting, and my mother called on my son and was cautioning him, and she watched the way he was taking the correction. He was saying yes grandma, yes ma, and all of that, and she came to meet me and she was like, my mother is in my house too. I have 2 sons just about the age of your children, but the way they talk to my mother, the way they respond to her, they are rude to her. What did you do that made your children not to be rude to your mom, or to recognize that authority of an older person? I pinched myself and I told myself, wow, when I was doing this thing, I wasn't even doing it with the intention of being intentional. I was just doing it because I felt that's the right thing. And it started right from when we were in Nigeria. In Nigeria, when I had helps, if you want your eyes to smell your buttocks, if you want to see 36 stars, disrespect the helps. I can't count how many times I've disciplined my children because I came back from work. My help tells me that one of the child misbehaved or was rude to her. You dare not. So while we are teaching these children, we don't just teach them selective respecting. Oh, you only respect your relatives, or you only respect people that are rich, or you only respect people that there are consequences for not respecting, people that you can stand to get something from. No, you have to teach it to them as a holistic ideology. Whether it's a beggar, whether it's a bartender, whether it's your help, whether it's a chef, whoever it is, you have to respect them. And it's really paying off. My children have different personalities. I have a child whose personality is a lot more stronger than the other. I don't want to call their names now. But if you watch me for a while, you might know, you might be able to guess. But I have a child who has that leadership trait, who can dominate, who can take the lead. Now, when you have a child with that kind of personality, being submissive, being submissive is a lot more difficult, to take much more effort than the one who is easygoing and, easily respects people. So for the first child I mentioned, I put in more effort on that one than the second. All children will not have the same personalities, right? Just like I have a child who is more inclined to doing chores more than the other one. I had to tie my wrap and say, you see these chores? You must learn it. When he first started doing chores in Nigeria, to sweep the floor, he would sit down and open his leg and be sweeping like this. I say, what? Get up! Get up! So depending on how the nature of the child is, many of these things have to do with nature. Yeah. So depending on the nature of the child, you have to learn how to follow up that child, but still insist that respect for elders is not negotiable in your house. And parents raising children abroad have to take double notes, because what I see sometimes, you see a child who come into a place, cannot even greet older people, other parents. Even when you tell the child, can't you greet? The child will just laugh and walk away, and the parents will find it as something that is funny. Please, let us be very mindful. Then lastly, and not the least, one other parenting style that I am adopting from the older generation of parents is the ability to let the children solve problems, figure some things out by themselves without over-babying, over-guiding, over-nurturing. It is very important that while we are teaching our children the education parts, you might have a child having straight A's in school, and you might feel like, oh, I'm doing a good job with this child, see his academic progress. But there may be survival skills, lifelong skills that go way beyond education, that the lack of may make that child face difficulties in the future, despite his or her academic excellence. And even if you look at the people doing the best in the world today, it's not the people that had straight A's. The people that had straight A's are working for the people dominating the world today. So their skills, core skills that will keep your child afloat, whether you are there to help the child or you are not. And one of those skills is that skill to be able to push themselves, drive themselves, form their own path, think independently, fail and get up and try again. These skills are not taught in the four corners of the classroom. You as parents, we as parents are the ones that will instill it in them. And how can we? By letting them and letting go. When I say let go, I don't mean leave them to fall into pits or just leave them to be roaming around the streets. No, with supervision, with guidance, but allow them. I see some mothers these days, children that should be able to do some things, think for themselves. The mothers are still carrying them like newborn babies. It's dangerous. Yes, we want the best for them. Yes, the future will be kind to them. That is our prayer. But can we really predict the future? Do we know what the future holds? So why don't we train them in such a way that if it's kind to them, glory to God. If it's tough on them, then they will face it head on without breaking. Is it not better to prepare them like this? So when they see this and this, they can adopt. Instead of preparing them for only this, then when they now see this, they will not be able to cope. Dear parents, stop stepping in to fix everything for the children. Let them struggle. Let them fail at it and try again. He wants to lift something. It's heavy, but it's something that he can carry. You don't have to rush and carry it for him. Leave him. Watch him. When he struggles. You see that he can do it by himself. That's just a literal example. It helps in creating doggedness, mental fitness and stability. Not any small thing now. You're crying. You want to kill yourself. You raise someone that is emotionally a weakling. Do you know the kind of spouse they will have in the future? Do you know the kind of job they will have in the future? Do you know the kind of loss they will face in the future? Children are a lot more capable than we give them credit for, than we know. But you will never know the extent of their bandwidth until you push them, until you allow them, until you give them chance, give them space to show you their full potential. Parents, stop over babying. So guys, yes. We have come to the end of today's video. I hope you found it impactful. I hope you picked something. If there are any parts of it that you did not agree with, I'm not the encyclopedia of parenting. I'm only telling you what I'm adopting and what is working for me. So let's hear yours. Share yours down in the comment section. Okay? So guys, yes, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, you're just seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop your comments down in the comment section and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barbisto NEZE. And this is NEZE Peperempe. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.